Hey guys, welcome to Hippie Magica, the channel of self-love, manifestation, and magic. So today I'm going to talk about how I went from the corporate life to being an entrepreneur or a digital nomad. And today I got my COVID shot. Woohoo! So while I'm waiting for my partner to pick me up, I'm going to make a video for you guys on how I was able to manifest getting out of the corporate world and how I manifested being an entrepreneur or a digital nomad, because it's not easy, being an entrepreneur. It's like being in the wild, honestly. Like, you never know when the next client is going to come. You never know when you're gonna get paid. You never know anything. So it's like your life is an unknown versus the corporate world. Everything is known. Well, most of it, right? You know you're gonna get paid every 2 weeks. You know how much. You know that you're supposed to work a certain amount of hours. You know the routines, the schedules. It's very monotone. It's the same, right? Same routine. So I knew I wanted to get out of that corporate life after 2 years and a half. Well, actually, within the first 6 months, I just knew I wanted to get out. But in order to please my parents and not break their hearts and repay them, right, for everything they did to pay for my college tuition, for the sacrifice that they did, for giving me a better future than what they had. I felt like I had to stay. I felt like I had to please them. I felt like I had to do better because that's what they expected me to do. But after 2 years and a half, I'm like, this is enough. Like, enough is enough. I turned 29. I'm like, I cannot be 30 and still be miserable with my life. I cannot be 30 and be miserable. So at 29, I did 1 year of self-love, like a lot of healing. I did a lot of Ho'oponopono, guys. A lot of Ho'oponopono, a lot of self-love affirmations, a lot of meditations, and I finally got the worth. And I trusted myself that whatever was going to happen, it was going to be better than what I was living. So I built that trust within me. So if you're doubting yourself in regards to if you should quit or not, like what's going to happen with the money, what if you can't do it, what if you can't pay the bills, like, trust me, the universe is just going to back you up and back you up and back you up, and it's just going to bring you the next thing you need to survive, the next thing you need to eat, the next thing you need to pay your bill. And for me, it wasn't the bill that I need to pay, it wasn't the meal that I need to pay. It was like the universe backed me up with the next ticket to fly to the next city, for the next ride to get to the next city, for the next couch to sleep on, for the next meal to eat with the next couch surfer. So like, I got blessed every single step of the way in my travels. Like, that was my need. I needed to keep traveling, and the universe like, okay, here's one car that can take you from here to here. Here's another person who's going to buy you a pizza. Here's a dream client, so you can get enough money to pay for, I don't know, whatever, right? So the universe is going to back you up, but you're gonna have to have faith. Like, you have to have faith that every single step of the way you're supported, that the universe is backing you up, that you're gonna be okay. But you need to trust. If you quit your corporate job with a mentality of fear, of worry, of just expecting the worst, expecting that things will go wrong, expecting that things will not turn out in your favor, then you will manifest all of that. And I didn't have the mentality. I had a very positive mentality, even though I didn't know how I was going to survive within a week. I didn't know how I was going to survive in a month, which is the security that you do have in a corporate job. You have security. You know you're gonna survive in the next week, next month, next years, right? But as an entrepreneur, you don't. So you have to build up your faith. You have to build up your trust in yourself. And when you have it in yourself, you have it in the universe. You have it in God. So even now, like, I don't know if next month I'm gonna have all this money that's coming in my direction. I don't know if it's going to stop or not, but I trust that everything will work on my favor. I trust that the universe is always giving me what I want, what I need, and whatever changes that happen, I trust that they're for my benefit, right? So that's the biggest difference between being an employee and an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, you have to have so much trust and faith in life, in yourself, in changes, because there's so many changes, versus as an employee in the corporate world, you don't really have that. Your trust and faith is in your job, right? You trust that your job is going to take care of you, it's gonna pay the bills, it's gonna take care of you if you get sick, right? It's going to give you the vacations, right? All that corporate job gives you all of that. But as an entrepreneur, you have to give it all to yourself. The vacations, right, if you need medical attention, what else? Time to rest, time to work. It's like there's so many things that you have to invent and trust yourself that you're doing it the right way. And with self-love, it's easier because you just have to feel good. You just have to take care of you. You just gotta do what is best for you, what makes you feel happy. If you don't want to work a certain day, don't do it. Break your rules, create new rules. And I wouldn't change this freedom that I have with my entrepreneurial life for a sense of security with an employee job or with a corporate life. So if you're wanting to make the change but you're scared, guess what? That fear is never going to go away. That fear is always going to stay. I'm always scared. I don't know what's going to happen. But I always go back to myself, and I always go back to what worked for me in the past. And what worked for me is just trust, surrender, let go, and visualize what I want. Affirm what I want, feel as if, and that's all. That's all I can do. I cannot control the exterior. I can only control the interior. Well, I hope this helped you in making that leap of faith, that jump into the next phase of your life if you're wanting to move from the corporate to the entrepreneur life or digital nomad life. Well, let me know if you guys liked it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.